Algebra 1, Lesson 7-3, More Multiplication Properties of Exponents. Learning targets. I will be able to raise a power to a power and raise a product to a power. Warm-up. Many financial calculations require exponents. For example, finding the amount owed when a credit card is not paid each month, as shown below, which we worked out in class, was an example of raising a base to a power. Exponent property, raising a power to a power. To raise a power to a power, we multiply the exponents. As an algebraic formula, if we have a raised to the m inside the parentheses and n outside, we're going to multiply m times n, and here a does not equal 0. As an example, 3 to the 4th raised to the 5th means we will multiply the exponents, which will be 4 times 5 as an exponent, so we will end up with 3 to the 20th power. Example 1, simplifying a power raised to a power. Write the following in simplified form. So again, p to the 4th raised to the 5th, we end up with p to the 4 times 5 equal to p to the 20th. In the next case, we have x to the 3/5 power times 1/3. So what we have is x to the 3/5 times 1/3. Multiplication of fractions is straight across, so I have x to the 3 times 1, which is 3 in the numerator, and then 5 times 3, which is 15 in the denominator. That reduces to x to the 1/5. Example 2, simplifying an expression with powers. What is the simplified form of x squared times x to the 6th raised to the -4th? So what we want to do here is divide and conquer. We want to focus our attention on the part of this expression that needs the most work. So not the x squared, but in parentheses x to the 6th times and raised to the -4. If we just look at inside the largest parentheses, what we have then inside is an exponent 6 on the inside and an exponent -4 on the outside. So using our formula, we have x to the 6th times -4. 6 times -4 is -24. So I have x squared times x to the -24. Now using our previous formula, we're multiplying two expressions that have the same base, and so we add their exponents. So x squared times x to the -24 becomes x 2 minus 24. 2 minus 24 is minus 22. And then using our formula for negative exponents, we have 1 over x to the 22nd. Property, raising a product to a power. In words, we'll say to raise a product to a power, raise each factor to the power and multiply. Another way of saying that is distribute to the exponents inside the parentheses. The algebraic formula looks like this. A times b to the n equals a to the n times b to the n. As an example, we'll simplify in parentheses 7m to the 9th raised to the 3rd power. So 7 is really 7 to the 1st, and so we'll distribute that exponent of 3 to both the exponents in the parentheses. So I really end up with 7 to the 3 times 1, which is 3, and m to the 9 times 3 to give me 7 to the 3rd. M to the 9 times 3 is 27. Example 3, simplifying an expression with products. What is the simplified form of x to the negative 2 raised to the 2nd times 3xy to the 5th all raised to the 4th? So again, we want to divide and conquer here and distribute the 2 inside of the parentheses on the left, and remember there are 1's on the 3 and the 1, so we will distribute to all 3 exponents inside. That will give us x to the negative 2 times 2 times 3 to the 4th x to the 4th y to the 5 times 4. Negative 2 times positive 2 is negative 4 times 3 to the 4th is 81, x to the 4th, and then 5 times 4 is 20. We're not done though, because we always have to get rid of the negative exponent. But one of the ways that we can deal with that is note that the bases are the same, namely for x. So everything is multiplication, so we can change the order of that multiplication. And what we have is x to the negative 4th times x to the 4th times 81 times y to the 20th. Again, since bases match, we add their exponents. And so we have x to the negative 4 plus 4 times 81 y to the 20th. Negative 4 plus 4 is 0. And so we have x to the 0 times 81 y to the 20th. Finally, or almost finally, anything to the 0 power is 1, except for 0 of course, times 81 y to the 20th, and anything times 1 is what it is, so we end up with 81 y to the 20th.